I'm feeling low.
Hello, my lemon drops, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. Today we are here for another installment of you all watching me react to and critique Beachbody workouts while educating you all on the process. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulz and some dry sarcasm along the way, hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand. I would love to have you here. Visit my merch store to grab yourself some Lemonade Stand gear, and visit my website to check out my fitness guides. All of that stuff will be linked below. Without anything further, let's make lemonade. We're just going to ignore the fact that I look like a Bratz doll right now, pour this pink lemonade, and keep it moving. Okay, so this first one we've actually seen before. Not the person doing it, but the workout, I mean. She's doing that kind of chaotic looking combination where it's like a dumbbell swing into a squat while swinging the dumbbell up and down. Kind of like a kettlebell swing, but not really. If you've been watching this series for a long time, then you know I like to give credit where it's due. And I feel like it's been a while since I've done that. I'll admit, recent programs that some of these super trainers have been releasing have been questionable, in my opinion. But this is an instance where I don't like the exercise itself, the fact that it's being given to an at-home inexperienced person, which is a majority of the people who sign up to use Beachbody. That's just me being realistic. Do appreciate, well, this particular customer slash distributor, I mean, I say that like they're different, but like, I mean, we all know though in MLMs the consultants like are the primary consumers, but whatever. I appreciate the fact that she's showing us how to do it correctly. She's got a nice strong core, keeping her chest up, her back straight. I have seen so many of these consultants doing this particular exercise with the worst form that is just going to get their backs f***ed up. And I'm pretty sure that this particular exercise is from a workout in one of the newest programs, 645. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's from 645. We saw one last week, or the week before, whenever that video goes up. The way that particular consultant was doing it, coach, whatever, she was really going to mess up her back. An ironic thing about her is she's actually pretty relatively high up in the company. She's a pretty well-known coach. I mean, if I said her name, if you're familiar with Beachbody MLM space, and you'd probably know her name if I said it. So she's definitely someone who has a lot of eyes on her, and like a lot of people see what she's doing. So she posts workouts to her stories a lot, and a lot of people are probably seeing it. So it's just like, anyway, so this is one where I offer a handshake and a high five. Thank you for showing us the correct way to do an exercise that no beginner should really be doing unsupervised. But thanks anyway. Okay, here's the next one.
Nice. So as you thrust, the main goal is to feel it in your glute, not your lower back. So if you're hyperextending your lower back, that's why you feel it in your lower back, okay, and your lumbar. 2 more.
Gotta wash it down now. So it looks like she's doing a single leg hip bridge, which is perfectly fine. But she's added a glute band to it. Oh, and she's also holding a dumbbell. Why is she holding the dumbbell? That dumbbell doesn't really look like it's on her hips, like on her pelvis where it should be. It looks like it's like on her stomach. I can't know that for sure. I mean, that's just what it looks like from here. For all I know, maybe it is like across her hips. But for her, it just looks like it's on her stomach, which I imagine is probably uncomfortable. I kind of smirked while we were listening to that because I think this is from 645. That did not sound like Shaun T in the background. I think that was the newest This is from the newest program made by Amola Caesar, who is another Beachbody super trainer. I think that was him in the background. I think. Obviously, please, by all means, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was him. I smirked because he actually gave a really good cue there. If your lower back starts to burn while you're doing hip bridges or thrusts or something like that, usually that is a result of people hyperextending their lower back. So I do appreciate that he gave that little tip, that little cue in there. Now, here's my question. Why has she added the glute band? I do not understand why the glute band is is being added to this on top of that dumbbell. Looks like a pretty small dumbbell. Not shaming her. I'm just saying, why are you adding a glute band and like an 8-pound dumbbell to something like this? This is a good example of somebody taking just a simple, classic, effective exercise and just adding a bunch of stuff to it just because. My biggest qualm here is, why did she add the glute band? I do not understand that. I wonder if that's how it was being demonstrated on BOD. See, we sometimes we can see them like watching the TV, but this time it's just her on the floor, so we can't really see what exactly she's looking at. So I wonder if that is how a Mola Caesar is instructing people to do it using the glute band. If it is, I don't get it, and I personally think it's dumb. But then conversely, if this exercise is not necessarily meant to be done with the glute band the way she's doing it, I don't feel like it's that unheard of that a consultant, coach, whatever you want to call it, has just added their own twist to it and by adding in a random piece of equipment, because we've definitely seen that before happening. I've seen a lot of consultants like doing the workout. They're technically doing the exercise how it's being instructed for them to do it, but they for some reason like add some piece of equipment to it. A hip bridge is an excellent exercise to train your glutes, and a single leg bridge is great too because it's more challenging and allows you to work on your balance a little bit more. The fact that she has added a glute band here, which remember, a glute band is much thicker than a resistance band, it's really limiting her range of motion, and it's just not letting her get the best out of that bridge at all. And like I said, I do not understand why she's added the dumbbell. Looks like she's struggling to do it with the glute band, and then she went ahead and added a dumbbell. And this is not me throwing shade at all. That dumbbell is light. I can tell by looking at it. It doesn't look like it's heavier than maybe 8 pounds. It could be heavier, but I just can't see it clearly. I'm just looking at it and going off of what I know. It looks like it's probably no heavier than 8 pounds. Your glutes are a large group of muscles, and because we use our glutes so much walking and standing, if you want to grow them, you really have to challenge them with heavy ass weights. No pun intended. Of course, I know not everybody can do a 50 or 100 pound hip thrust, but we all have to start somewhere. If you're a beginner at glute training, I still encourage you to respect your limitations, of course, but still don't be afraid to challenge yourself with heavier weight. Just make sure, obviously, to keep good form in mind. Generally, when I'm starting somebody out on with hip thrusting or a hip bridge, if I'm using a barbell, I will start most people off at about 25 or 30 pounds. Most people can start comfortably at around there. Most people. The operative words there are most people. I have to add that because we all have different capabilities, and some people might have an injury or a condition that prevents them from going heavier. Anyway, this exercise is not stupid, but all the stuff that she has added to it is just completely unnecessary, in my opinion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will now demonstrate for you the version of a single leg hip thrust where we're not adding a million pieces of equipment just because we have it. Right now, I'm showing you the same thing she was doing, single leg hip bridge, just without all that unnecessary extra equipment. Body weight is just fine if you're just starting out with this. Scoot your feet in so they're close to your butt. Put one foot up so your legs are in a figure 4 position, then press up through that heel. When you are ready to add weights, I suggest using a dumbbell or a straight bar, and make sure you're putting it on your hips. And yes, I know I'm using a teeny tiny weight after I just got done talking about that little weight she was using. I am using a small weight just for the sake of the demonstration. When you are ready to actually do this and add weight, you add a big person weight. Okay, this next one is hilarious and it's so freaking cute. I think we may have seen this exercise before, but honestly, I just wanted to show this clip so we can all laugh at how cute it is together. You'll see what I mean.
Everyone's position might be different depending on your mobility, depending on the stability
Ollie.
of your ankle. So some might be lower because they're still
Ollie, I'm balancing on one leg and he's pulling my leg that's up.
As she gets stronger, she'll begin.
I know I have it like blurred, but you guys can probably at least see enough to get the gist of it. Can you see her puppy there? He's got the cone on and he's like... He's so cute, I can't stand it. He's got the cone on his head while he's like pulling on her foot while she's trying to work out. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't like working out at home. I especially can't get on the floor without somebody getting in my face or crawling on top of me. My dogs are just always trying to get involved. On her on-screen text, she says, "Fitness tip, don't get a puppy." I may or may not be yelling for help. You know, puppies are just... Having a puppy in the house is like... I mean, it's It's basically like having a toddler in the house. The only one of our dogs that we've had since they were a teeny puppy was Zeus. We rescued Zeus when he was 6 weeks old. And oh my God, he was the cutest little bundle when he was a puppy. He was so cute, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. But he was also a domestic terrorist to our household. So, you know, trade-offs. Anyway, as for the workout, she's doing a unilateral dumbbell row while standing on one leg. Why are you standing on one leg? Why are they telling people to stand on one leg? I think in a video from my where I react to influencer workouts, I think we saw a personal trainer doing that. And I said the exact same thing. Why does anybody need to do that? Why don't you just do a freaking row? What's wrong with just a row? If anybody knows which program this is from, please let me know. I think it's from 645, but I'm not positive. How about we just do a single arm bent over row? Let's do that. Okay, so no row, like I said. What I'm about to show you is a variation of a burpee, which everybody totally loves. It is very high impact, so if you have any joint issues of your lower body, I strongly recommend skipping this one. I'm combining a burpee with a tuck jump. I'm going down into my burpee, then as I'm coming up, I'm jumping up and tucking my legs up into me. That's why it's called a tuck jump. Tuck jumps take a lot more momentum from your lower body to drive you upwards, so these are definitely very challenging. As always, be careful. All right, here's the next one. This one is interesting because, first of all, it kind of looks insane a little bit. Insane in the way that's like, you know, in the demon movies, like the demon in the movies, the demon's like kind of crawling down sweating. This one is interesting because I feel like if I pulled like other personal trainers, physical therapists, just anyone who like works in the industry of physical fitness, I feel like they might be split down the middle. This does not, to me, look overtly dangerous, but I don't really understand what the goal is. What's the target market with this? I know I say this a lot lately, but this one I just feel like is just hard to be hard. It'll get your heart rate up. It'll probably burn your shoulders out a little bit, but how effective is this? And what exactly is it supposed to be affecting I guess is the point I'm trying to make. Maybe mobility? Well, actually, if you don't have good mobility, then doing this would be really difficult for you. You don't really see the benefit in this. I don't know. What do you guys think? No demonstration for this one. Let's open up the floor for discussion. How do you guys feel about this one? Especially if you work in like the fitness industry. And also tell me what you do, because I'm genuinely interested. Okay, so this next one is a screenshot, and this is another one where I just have to give credit where it's due. And I feel like I have to give Beachbody a round of applause for this one. Okay, this is a realization that I just had just now while filming this. Let me read the thing first and say what I was gonna say, what I have written down. This is a screen recording, obviously, and I'm just gonna read this text right now, the on-screen text. The new program I started yesterday has form checks throughout the workout. The trainer does a great job of cueing, but also drawing attention to things you may be doing incorrectly in the movements. Check back every Wednesday for a new workout form check. I don't know what program she's talking about. I don't know how even, I mean, I guess I don't really know if she's even telling the truth. For all I know, she could be lying or maybe misinterpreting it. But if this is true, I think this is a really great idea. Obviously, it doesn't trump one-on-one customization, but it's something. The workout she's showing us do is a Romanian deadlift, or RDLs, which they're often shortened to. RDLs are definitely a higher risk exercise the heavier weight you use. Inexperienced people can often do them incorrectly and can cause serious injury. So I really appreciate this. The thing that I'm a little confused at is she's up in the corner and she said, do this, don't do this. And she first showed herself with doing an RDL and she said, don't do this in that caption. And then the next one is do this. And I'm just having a really hard time seeing the difference in her don't do this versus do this. I'll play it again for you guys so that you guys can see for yourself. Can see if you can tell a difference. Maybe she's talking about her back? Well, no, I don't know. Her back kind of looks the same to me, honestly. I feel like I'm playing that game that's in kids' magazines where it's like, can you spot the differences? And I feel like I'm having a hard time. I need you guys to help me on this one. Do you guys see a difference between her don't do this and do this? Also, by the way, it's raining this week in Austin, so if you hear thunder or raindrops, that's what that is. It's rain. That's why it looks a little bit like not as bright in here as it normally is. I still want to give credit where it's due because I do feel like credit is due for this one, but this is something where it's kind of round of applause for offering some sort of like mechanism to help people like kind of do a self check-in and check their form, like kind of do a self check-in and say, hey, this is what you should be doing, this is what you might be doing instead, like you like do this instead, whatever. But this is here's the thing. Somebody who's a beginner, which again, I say this all the time, but I have to reiterate this, which is, let's just be honest here, is most people signing up to do Beachbody, triathletes, professional bodybuilders, those people are not signing up for Beachbody. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be realistic. Like, athletes are not signing up for a service like Beachbody On Demand. It's usually people who are inexperienced and usually don't have a fitness background. So that's the demographic that I'm picturing in my head for this, for what I'm talking about. So you have somebody that maybe they are doing an exercise incorrectly and like maybe they're hurting themselves, but they don't really know how to correct themselves. So you have this form check, and it's something that they're putting up on the screen. They're like, hey, maybe this is what you're doing. Do this instead, like to help correct whatever the wrong thing is that you're doing. And then there's no one-on-one customization, and there's no one-on-one interaction with the fitness professional. So they can see, yes, the right way to do the thing that they're doing, but they still don't really know how to correct their form and how to do it right. Does that make sense? I've had virtual clients before. She was having an issue with goblet squats, and she video called me on Instagram while she was in the gym, and I happened to be at home, and I showed her how to do goblet squats when I was there, like on a video call. With Beachbody On Demand, with any program like this, or with any service that's like, I'm not just talking about Beachbody, any service that's like this, you don't have that accessibility to a live person usually to help you one-on-one. I think it's good on her because those weights don't look super heavy. Let me try and zoom in. Oh, those are 12-pound weights. Yeah, those are 12-pound weights. So this is definitely good on her for not going overly heavy, especially for an exercise like Romanian deadlifts. I don't think her form looks terrible. I don't even think it looks that bad. So I can't really figure out like her right versus wrong. I can't really figure out just based on looking at it from just this angle. Maybe if we saw it from a different angle, I could see something, but I don't know. I just can't see anything from this angle. What do you guys think? Chime in. All right, here's the last one. Just FYI, that clip was super short, so I let it replay a couple times. This video is sped up. That's just how it was in this person's story. I did not do that. It was just like that already. But she's doing a thing, it looks like, where she's stepping back, not even like into a full lunge, and then she's pulling the dumbbells up into a row, alternating which foot she steps back on. The row is not that great, because she's not bending over super far. Those are 10-pound weights, so that's a decent starting weight. She is doing bilateral rows, meaning she is training both arms at the same time, as opposed to unilateral, which is one arm at a time. She's doing bilateral rows. That's awesome. But I do not understand the point of her stepping back on one leg and like alternating which leg. She's stepping back on that leg. I think she's intending to do like a if you're familiar with yoga, like a warrior one pose kind of. Her thigh's not quite parallel. So I mean, maybe that's just how far her abilities will let her go. This has 645 on it, so I'm assuming this exercise is from 645. I don't know why they'd be telling somebody to do that. I don't know why somebody can't just like have the dumbbells in their hands, bend over, and then just do rows like that. Why do you have to step back? Or conversely, if you want to get your legs involved, you could hold a low lunge on one leg. You could hold a warrior one position, bend over, and then do rows on one side, so unilaterally, and then switch legs and switch sides. Did that make sense? No? Well, I will show you what I mean right now. So this is my variation that makes this a full body exercise. I'm doing a single arm dumbbell row, but I'm getting my lower body involved because I'm holding a lunge while I'm doing it. It's simple, but it is challenging. Just hold that lunge on one side, and then on the opposite side, you're gonna complete your rows. For your row, make sure you're keeping your elbow tucked into your side and retract your shoulder blade or squeeze it to pull the weight up. In conclusion, I feel like today's episode was a teeny bit different than usual. You guys know I don't like Beachbody workouts and just like overall dumb, insane social media, stupid fitness trend workouts in general. All of that being said, I do understand why Beachbody workouts are the way they are. Beachbody super trainers don't have a lot to work with. They have to develop these programs with little to no equipment, and that's tough to do because there's only so much you can do with a body. Now, they do have their programs where they have equipment, and you have to buy their equipment. For example, the program 9-Week Control Freak, they have the control track, and then, you know, a couple other pieces of equipment come with it. I think that inflatable ball comes with it as well. And then, of course, there's other programs that have you using like a small set of dumbbells or whatever. But there's only so much you can do with that stuff. And honestly, even the best of trainers will hit a roadblock at some point. Because like I said, there's only so much you can do with a body and a set of dumbbells. That's why for me personally, for my at-home training clients, which is actually all my clients right now, I require all of my at-home clients to have a few pieces of workout equipment. And that's so that I can maintain versatility when I'm building them their program. Some of that equipment is you have to have a couple sets of dumbbells, at least 3, light, medium, heavy. You need a glute band, you need a set of resistance band, and a jump rope. And I tell them all, I don't care where you get it from as long as it's good quality. And I ask people to have this equipment so that I can make your workouts versatile and functional. But like I said, if you're a Beachbody super trainer, you maybe just have a set of dumbbells, like a weird ball, some resistance band, a set of like handled resistance loops, which is basically the control track from 9-Week Control Freak, and maybe a couple dumbbells, and like that's it. And I think personally this is where they get hung up, just making these over-the-top eccentric workouts that very often turn out to just be extremely silly and non-functional, in my opinion. Anyway, you guys get it. Let's wrap this up. If you made it this far, comment leopard print. Comment leopard. Yeah, comment leopard. Because I don't know if you can tell, but this is like leopard print. Leopard or cheetah. I can never remember the difference. Fun fact about this is actually like a bodysuit, but I was already dressed and I wanted to wear this, but I didn't want to take off my pants. So I am wearing this. I put this on, but the snaps are not like buttoned at the crotch. See? So, yeah, comment leopard. Like, subscribe, shop my merch store, visit my website, all of that stuff will be linked below. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Let's see how much puppies we can get on camera before the camera dies, because my battery's about to die. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Such a handsome boy. Such a handsome, good boy. And there's his baby. There's his baby. You know, that's Zeus's place, Cod. You're in his bed. He loves that bed. But Alpha got there first. Alpha got there first. She was like finders keepers. And now Zeus is right there. So tired. And there's my king. There's my handsome king. Always laying on mama's side of the bed. I didn't open the window for you today. I'm such a bad parent. I did not open a blind so you could be looking out the window. Is that better? Is that better? It's just like a gloomy day here. It's raining. I actually got up and did Orange Theory at 5 a.m. My class is 5 to 6. Stopped at Starbucks. When I came home, I gave all 3 of them good long walks. And then the rain started. And then hey, do not lick my pillow, please. And then the rain started maybe a couple hours after that. So luckily we got there W's in. I just realized I said it. They didn't freak out. Luckily, I got their W's in before the rain started. So they're nice and exercised. So they've just been chilling all day. And the weather has just been getting to them because it's so hard. Their lives are so hard. What are you licking? You want to say bye? The camera's about to die. You want to say bye? Oh, my handsome, tired boy. My handsome, tired old man. Look at my silver fox. He's such a handsome old guy. Zeus, I did not say you could get up. You guys watch Zeus be a good boy. Zeus, go place. Go place. Zeus, go on. Go place. You know, it's usually this one that gets up from place. Wow, thank you for scooting. Okay, yeah, somebody, yeah, we'll take you to get your butt expressed. Go place. Sit. Break. Good boy, good job. You say bye. You say bye. Break. Good girl.